welcome back to my channel. Today we will be playing with doodling, watercolors, metallics, lines, and just general shapes. As you'll see, I will start with my sketch, and whenever I do a sketch, I very rarely stick to my sketch. I use it as a very general idea of what I might want to do, but I never seem to be able to come and do a painting with a very strict structure or idea of what I want to do. It is something that I definitely have struggled with in the past, because sometimes I just see other amazing artists like come and do amazing things, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they, planned it, but I have recently learned that not all of these artists actually have a plan, and it made me feel a whole lot better about me never sticking to a real plan. Now what I'm doing is just going with my watercolors and making the shape that I thought that I wanted to do at first. And also, as usual, I'll be putting all of these materials that I'm using down in the description box. I didn't start with them today because I really didn't have a really good idea of what I was going to use, so I just did it as I went. And we're here just still doing some shapes, still trying to figure out what we're doing. And this is the moment right now where my whole plan changed. Sometimes I embrace little mistakes, like my paints getting together and just merging basically, and that's when I felt that I kind of knew what I wanted to do. Now I'm just using some water to move some paint around my paper. I sometimes really like to play with what you'd say it's like the dirty water, and it's just because it already has the color that I've been using. It already can help me get some colors on the page, and this is the way that I usually like to do it, just because I can make different colors, I can make different mixes with it, and it's alright, it's going to be alright, it's just paper. So here I'm just putting water all around the flowers that I already made and trying to get that paint moving all around, trying to mix together, trying to get that watercolor effect that I really love. I also tried not to be so precious about it because it was already mixed, so I added that kind of mess, that kind of not being so structured, and I've really enjoyed my journey to liking this kind of strategy when it comes to my painting. Don't get me wrong, I also like very structured paintings, very structured things, but so far lately I have been really embracing the messiness, embracing the being loose. And now we're just painting with our metallic watercolors, and I have to say I am obsessed with this metallic watercolors. If I could, I would use it in every single aspect of my life. And I am just trying to add some details this time. I'm not trying to get them to be the center of the piece as we have done in the past. And one of the things that I really enjoyed about making this painting in particular is that it was just mindless action. I was not actively like planning and deciding where everything was going to be. This is one of those paints where I was really like, you know, I'm just gonna put paint here and I'm gonna be happy about it. I don't have a plan. I don't know how it's gonna come out, but all I know is that I just want to have fun doing it, and I really enjoyed that. It's not a lot of times that I get to do that. It's not a lot of times where I can just unplug and focus on what's right in front of me. And this was one of those paintings where I was like, I know this is not going to be perfect. I know I am just doodling and I am enjoying it. And if you have never tried this, I would really say just give yourself the time to try it. Give yourself some break to be able to enjoy what you're doing in that exact moment. Once these little details are done, I really enjoyed how they were looking, so I thought to add leaves to those little, they were supposed to be leaves in the very beginning of the piece, and then we all know that I just did whatever I wanted to do. So I thought about adding them, and I was very happy I did, because it brought it a little bit more together instead of just 3 splotches of green color just there. And now for this painting, I just wanted to try something I had never done yet, and it's the first time that this is the first time I actually was like, okay, I just want to doodle. I just want to not think about it. I just want to paint and make lines and do stuff. So I'm just using an archival pen to make these lines, and it ended up, when I finished and I looked at my painting, I was very it was very fun to me that it looks like tic-tac-toe, and it makes me really happy for some reason. And this is, again, I am not the perfect doodler, I am not the perfect anything actually, but it's just, doodling makes me happy. Doodling is fun, and it is mindless, and from here I just added just a little couple of lines here and there just to have fun and have the painting like come all together. And here we are, friends. Thank you very much for coming to see my video again. and next week we'll be back for more.